avoid making first impression. Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Heart Talk. This is me again, Ella, at your service. And today, pag-uusapan natin ang topic na avoid making first impression. This topic is actually suggested by Dr. Blan B. Neimer from NDKC. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me an idea of what am I gonna talk tonight to all of you guys. Yeah. So, avoid making first impression. Is it easy to do it or it is hard? Is it hard to do it or is it easy to do it? You know what? It is very understandable because we human, we have our eyes and yeah, we actually tend to judge something. We tend to, I already mentioned this one to my previous videos, that we use our eyes and we just use, when we saw something, we immediately judge it according to our own perception and according to our understanding. You know, that is a reality. But we need to avoid making first impression because it is not true that first impression lasts. You know, it is not true. Because you cannot judge a person just by the first time you met him. You know, what is the best example and or explanation of these so that you will be able to continue watching this video. So like for example, first impression, right? It is not actually the conversation, not the first word that the person told you or speak to you is the reason that you come up with that first impression or that impression. It is more on his gesture, body language, and yung parang appearance pa lang niya. Hindi pa siya nagsasalita, pero you come up with your first impression. That's the thing. And the best example for that is that, oh, that man, dili ko siya pang boyfriend. Dili ko siya nako gusto, you know, pang kuya lang siya, or pang uncle lang siya, or pang ano ba. So, hindi mo siya gusto because it was the first time that you saw him. However, the moment that you get to know him, the moment that you talk to him, wala na. Everything changed, you know? So, that's just an example. That is just an example. So, hindi mo alam, the person that you're calling kuya right now will be your husband in the future. That's funny. So, yeah. That is the reason that we need to avoid making first impression. Especially even sa Bible. Like, yeah, I don't want to talk about sensitive matters here, but I just want you to know that it is really not good for you to judge a person just the first time you met him. That is premature judgment according to Dr. Blen. Premature judgment. And it is really true. Like, for example, you went to a party and a lot of people there, a lot of people in the party, you drink with your friends, and there is actually one person who was shouting, "Oh!" And for you, it is really like extremely bad behavior and no manners at all. And then that person, you're thinking like, I don't want to make friends with that person. And then one day after that party, you don't know that person, okay? You don't know that person. And then after a few days later, you know, nagkita mo sa park. And then nadagma ka, same sa ako, sa nahitabo sa ka before. Nadagma ko sa City Plaza sa Kidapawan. You know, pag nadagma ka, tapos na atong lalaki nga sa shout dito niya, laing kay mong pananaw sa iya kay, wala siya batasan, or something like that. And then, that person actually nagduol sa imuha and offer his help. So, what now? Do you think nag-change ba ang imuhang impression sa iya because he helped you? I don't know to you, but for me, of course, it will really change. Na makaingon ko nga, dili man day siya ing ato ka bad. You know what? Because there are actually sometimes we are experiencing something personally na atay bad days nga nahitabo or naabay mga current events nga sakit sa atong dughan or something like wala lang kita sa mood. So, and then what if nakita ka sa ubang tao on that kind of emotion nga naa ka? So, they would judge you immediately. So, we need to avoid that kind of situation, right? We don't need to, I am not telling you that stop. So, as much as possible, we just need to avoid. How are we gonna make it, Ella? How are we gonna avoid avoiding making first impression? Be open. You know, kuan lang ka. Be open-minded, and try to understand things deeply. You know, you need to be open-minded. That is the first and important thing that we need to do. Be open. And then, in line with the topic, of course, I said avoid making first impression, but I want all of us to make good impression. Ella, if we will be talking about good impression, ang gawas ana pasikat. No, it's not pasikat. Pretending. No, it's not pretending. Ano pa ba? Feeling maayo. No, it's not feeling maayo. It's not like that. If you value good relationship towards other people, you will really make sure that you will make yourself someone nga magkaroon of good impression towards other people. And even I personally, I am very particular sa ako ang image. Like, I'm sorry. Very particular ko about other people's opinion and other people's way of thinking about me. I know it's bad sometimes, but we are not living alone in this world. So we need to consider other people as well, and we need to be sensitive enough on, towards others. And even ako, makasalanan ako, lahat naman tayo makasalanan. And direct or indirect, makasakit gid og tao, whether gustuhon man nato o dili. Like for example, wala tay ginabuhat nga dili maayo. Oh no, like this. What is good to me may not be good to you. Yan na lang. So that is indirect and direct. So wala, para sa ako okay kaya akong ginabuhat, pero para sa imo lain na kaayo. So that are the things that dili na gyud nato kaaya nga 100% perfect. But we can do something to have good impression towards other people. So the very first thing is that dapat na kay good manners, na kay good manners, like for example, saying thank you, excuse me, and greetings. Hello, good morning, how are you? By just asking how are you, introduce yourself. You can have good impression. Like for example, because ako kasi, I am into making friends. So here are the things that I want you to know on how I make good relationship to someone that is not relationship. Paano nako ginabuhat nga magkaroon of good impression? How am I gonna make it? Like, having good impression towards others. Sa mukha nako eh. So first, is that manners. Okay? Dapat kabalo ka mag-thank you, sorry, excuse me, some of the basic manners that we need. And do not be selective. like for example, if you're with your friend and you say thank you or nag-date ka, tapos rude ka kaayo sa ubang tao, so siya, uy, mga something like that. So you need to be dapat na kay manner sa tanan nga nasa palibot because it will reflect on your personality as well. Second would be open, enthusiastic, be friendly, smile. That's very important. Smile. You have to make other people feel that you are open for a conversation. You are open to make friends because kinsa ba naman ang gusto magduol ko ang tao na kaingani? Diba? Diba? Unya maginahan pa ka magduol ato nga tao nya makipag-story sa iya kung nag-ingon na siya gingani. Magtaka jud ka. Not all people is like me because ako kung hilumon ka sa, you know, kung ako ang classmate nimo kung hilumon ka, istorya-istoryahon gid hinuunti ka. But not people are with that kind of personality, you know. So smile. It's free to smile. I mean, like, dili po na ako ginaingon nga magsige na kag-smile dito sa dalan or whatsoever, kung asa. Kung naay tao nga nag-smile sa imo, mag-smile pud ka, oy, dili ka, hala, unsa to siya, oy. Malay mo, di ba, nakitaan ka niya sa isa ka event or whatsoever. Be open, be friendly, enthusiastic. And then maybe next would be manners, be open, show respect. Paano ni mo mapakita ang respect? That is really, really basic. You have to respect that person. What if, kumbaga, na siya ka-istorya, unya gusto pod ka mag-storya sa iya, ha? Immediately ba nga, mag-ingon na lang kasi ang, gusto ti ka ka-istorya ba? Mag-storya tabi. So, no, you don't respect that person. And then, another one would be like, ano ba? Be positive. Be positive like, kinsa ba naman ang gusto mag-istorya sa permi negative nga tao? So, if you want to have a good impression during your first conversation, dapat we will be talking something like positive things. Maybe your hobbies together, you're happy, you share your paano ka naging sexy, how you do your makeup, or what are the other things that, you know, something like that. And sharing about something about yourself. And, the next one is that, dili ni mo, ukupahon tanan nga tikal ba? You know, when you're having a conversation to someone, dapat, you have to understand that it is not all about you. So, kung ano ko, kung mag-story ganita, dapat, you will encourage other people to talk to you as well. Like for example, oh, good idea. How about you? What do you do? Alam, sige na lang kagpika dito mo ka, nakaabot ko dito, ani. Sus, kinsa ba ganahan magpag-story sa imuha, ana? You know, what would be the impression nga mabilin sa imuhang gika-istorya nga? Imuha mangtikal tanan ang nahitabo. Something like that. And then, the last one is that, pay attention. Pay attention, it means like, when you're having a conversation to someone, kaniyang pinaka-importante, you have to have like eye contact, and then yung gestures mo would be like, kuan ba? Something like you are really interested listening to that person. Because, yeah, that's your impression. And avoid using cell phones like, oh yes, bisan wala makaginabot, nagdula-dula raman ka. You know, if dili nimo gusto ka istorya ang imong ginaka-istorya, here is the thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to do something. It's so lovely to talk to you, but I need to do something right now. You can say like that. Or like for example, taas na kayo inyong gistoryahan, niya gusto na nimo mag-uli or gusto na nimo i-end ang conversation. Maybe you can actually talk about future events like, what are you gonna do this weekend? What are you gonna do this weekend? And then he will talk about something like this, and you would probably say, oh, this weekend I will do something like this as well. That's why I need to go right now. And you can end up the conversation, you know? Be gentle lang sa ato ang mga words nga iingon sa other people. And let's go back to our topic this night, which is avoid making first impression. So I hope that naging klaro ang explanation why we need to avoid making that. Is that I hope na medyo naka-learn man mo og something with our naka-learn man mo og something listening to me right now. So I think it is time for me to say goodbye to all of you, and if you like, nagustuhan ninyo ang atong topic this evening, please give me a thumbs up or like, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will be updated pag na ko yung mga bagong videos. And then, if you don't like my videos, please just watch another YouTube channel, I don't want you to hate someone just because of, dili ni mo nagustuhan ni ilang gistorya. If there is magkuan na lang ka. Go ahead. New way na. So, you can actually leave a comment there if you do have suggestions or na mo'y gusto nga itapik nako for my next video, then feel free to leave a comment below. And I am very happy to talk and to share with you all my thoughts and experiences this evening. This is me again, Ella, and I would like to remind you that if someone hates you, don't hate them back. Love them, because maybe that is the thing that they need to know and they need to feel. See you again tomorrow for another episode of Heart Talk Daily. Good night, everyone.